Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel and a banned episode for you today. We've got two replays. Now, both of them are very similar, but also very different. So we will talk about we'll talk about both of them as it happens. So, of course, this one we are watching the 60 TP. Now, when I was watching this, I was thinking, okay, maybe didn't mean to. It's one of them situations where there's tanks close together and they're just coming together sort of thing. But then I thought, yeah, no, that's not the case. So of course we are watching the 60 TP, and then just keep watching, because obviously the 60 TP is going to go on this ridge here, which is a good position. And then of course you have the G-Saw as well. So as I've said, when I first started to watch this, I was like, okay, the G-Saw's just backing up, he's getting wrecked, he's just backing up to get out the way, and it's one of those comings together, you know, they comes together. Doesn't mean to, he's just trying to get out the way. The 60 TP is kind of in the way, not his fault, none of them's fault really. And then when you watch further on, then you kind of realize, okay, yeah, the G-Saw is just an idiot. The G-Saw is an absolute idiot who needs to be banned, because yeah, he got wrecked, he got absolutely wrecked, and then as soon as he's got wrecked, he's decided to back up and then use the 60 TP as cover. Now that's normally okay if you're using another tank as cover. That is okay, as long as you're not blocking that tank, as long as the tank can maneuver out of the way if needed. However, this 60 TP is unable to do that just because of that G-Saw. Now when you watch further on, where I say the G-Saw needs to be banned, I do hate to say it, and you know, when people send me replays, I don't like to dig them out. I really don't, because you know, I know they are subscribed to the channel, otherwise they wouldn't send me these footage, this footage. But when you watch later on in the game, if you keep watching, I think the 60 TP needs to be banned as well. As you can see there, the CUNT, the G-Saw is just laughing about it. He finds it funny, but of course the 60 TP at the moment, he's raging, which, you know, he has got a right to. He was being blocked, but it's literally the final comment is what we are looking out for. As soon as the battle ends, it is the final comment that I think, okay, yeah, this guy needs to be banned, let alone the cussing and everything like that. Yeah, it's the final, you know, and I always say it, if this happens to you, if you are being blocked, just don't say anything, just report it. Now, as it happens, it's now a 3 versus 1. And it's going to be a nice win, and your dad. So the last comment is about to come up any moment now. Literally as soon as the game ends, yeah, something end. Yeah, you know, there's no need for it. Just because you've been blocked, there's no need to be racist or anything like that. So, you know, if I'm sitting there saying that the G-Saw needs to be banned, so unfortunately, so does the 60 TP. Now, this game is a bit different. We have just seen this too many times. We've seen it too many times, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Wargaming need to do something about it. They need to, I know they are trying, but they need to either permaban these players or do something, because all they want to do, they're not even interested in playing the game. So of course you've got the Jagdpanther here, ultimate spot, ultimate TD spot. We've seen it many times before, and here comes 2 heavy tanks. Yes, 2 heavy tanks are coming this way. They are heading this way where the Jagdpanther is. So you already know, I think you know what is about to happen. Now, this is a kind of boring, but we are still going to watch it anyway, because nothing really happens for the remainder of this battle. So you've got the KV-4, you've got the AC tailgate there, and as you can just see, they have blocked him in, and he is now unable to do absolutely anything. He can't do anything whatsoever because of these guys have decided to block him. They're not interested in playing. Occasionally you'll get a platoon that blocks someone but still carry on shooting. These guys do not have any intention of playing. They have no intention of playing whatsoever. All they want is to drop this, to block this J Panther. That is all they want to do. And then spam J Panther, let's attack. They're both doing it. Let's attack, let's attack, let's attack. And that is literally all they do all battle. All battle. And like I said, this happens too often. Wargaming need to permaban these kind of players, because yes, I know they may just create a new account or whatever, but then, you know, if this is all they want to do and they don't really want to play the game, then what they're going to do is create a new account, do the same thing, and then Wargaming just need to permaban them again. Like, eventually they will get bored. They'll either get bored of spending money, or they'll get bored of grinding, because why would you want to grind all the way up to maybe tier 10, on this occasion tier 8, to then get permabanned and have to do it all again? Likewise, if you're spending money on the game to buy, you know, a type 5 heavy just to block someone, then you get permabanned, then you buy the type 5 heavy again to be permabanned, eventually you're going to stop, because it is a complete waste of money. And it's the same as grinding. You know, it's a complete waste of grind if you're just going to get permabanned all the time. And eventually it will stop people doing it. People do it because they know they're not going to be permabanned. You know, they know that. We've had it before where people have been permabanned and all they've done is wrote a ticket just to say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And then the support system is like, okay, he's sorry, let's give him his account back. We've seen it too many times before. Wargaming need to do something about it. They need to step up their support system. You know, don't allow anyone that's permabanned, don't allow the support to give them their accounts back. Once it's permabanned, it's permabanned. You know, it's permabanned for a reason. And that is what it should be, because, you know, we're seeing this too often and it definitely needs to be sorted. And this poor J Panther, he hasn't really even said anything all game. All he said, or I don't know if he's already said it or not, is, guys, can you please report them? Other than that, he hasn't said a single thing, and that is what you need to be as a player. Don't get yourself banned. You know, just go along with it. It is what it is. It's happened. You raging isn't going to change anything. You raging isn't going to make them think, okay, let's get off him. Let's get off him. No, they're going to carry on doing it, and maybe you start to rage, they'll do it more. So do what this guy does in the J Panther. If you get blocked by a couple of guys, just stand your ground, try to get out if you can. Of course, this occasion he was unable to, and then he's just sat there. He's literally just sat there, and ultimately, the end of the game, they win anyway. They win on supremacy points, and a very, very good win. So if you've got any banned episodes or any banned replays, send me them at meadsyreplays@hotmail.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.